Hello and welcome once again to Hour 1. As always, I'm Charlie, and this time we're taking a look at the game Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. As always, I'll be playing the first hour of the game and then giving my thoughts and impressions on it afterwards. Now before we get going, Hotline Miami was the game that got me into indie games, so I have really high expectations for the sequel. So with that being said, let's get to it. Starting the timer now. Alright. Evidently not. Yep, this is Hotline Miami. Oh yeah, so if you haven't figured it out, this game is super violent. And if you don't like that, please stop watching. This video is not for you. It's not a discriminatory comment, just this is a game that glorifies violence to the insane degree. And it's not for everyone, I understand. But it's a really good game for what it's worth. The first one's really good. I'm not sure about this one yet. Oh, I should be like 8 types of dead right now. I have no clue how I'm still alive. Let's get him. That was not a lock. Was there not a lock in the first one? I don't remember. He's really good at this game, too. It's a long time ago, I guess. That. All right, and pop, motherfucker. There's so much more stuff in this game than the first one ever had. It's cool. Got him, I think. Holy crap. Ah, I didn't see the last guy. That's just funny. Annoying as hell, but funny. I feel like something's fucking me up when it comes to aiming. That's a shitty thing to say, I'm sure. A bit of a whiny thing. It feels like I'm auto-locking on stuff I'm not intending to. Nice! Ooh. Gun! That didn't work out so well. Ah! Boom! That's how we do it. That shouldn't have worked. Nowhere near as well as it did. Better gun. Just that one guy left. Yeah! Got cocky. Nice. That was a little clutch. I'm amazed I pulled that off. There are a lot more guns in this game than there were in the first one. And I do not know how I feel about that. I do not... Okay? The fuck is this? They were apparently shaving their head? Confederate flag, that's a nice touch. This place is an egregious shithole, it appears. Okay. This place is strange. That's glass, so they can see me through it in theory. Oh. God damn. Ah. on, come on, come on, come on, come on. That's 2. You can grab the glass. That's good to know. Right. I got both of them somehow. Weird. Just like outside at this point? Sure looks like it. Nice. Oh, silenced. No! So we know how to do it now. It's all about knife games. Knife game. Right. Knife game. I can't believe that fucking worked. How the fuck did that work? Oh my god. I am gonna get the shittiest rating ever, and I deserve it. What on earth? Oh, okay, so the first thing I did was, in fact, movie? So this guy's a little fucked up. Alright, so it's obviously an hour, you heard the alarm go off. So, Hotline Miami 2. Like I said at the top of the episode, Hotline Miami is the indie game that got me into indie games. Prior to that, I was kind of meh, poo-poo, whatever on the topic, and Hotline Miami, for one reason, managed to crack that cynical, I don't like indie shell and got me into really liking indies, which, as you may have noticed on these Hour 1s, there's a pretty big trend towards them, because everyone hears about the big major title games, but indies occasionally get overlooked, and there's some really good indies out there. Carrying on the Hotline Miami tradition is Hotline Miami 2, and this game is really good. If you loved the first one, you should get this. I'm going to take that out of the way right now. Like, this is the sequel Hotline Miami deserved in every way, including how, for many years, I thought in some ways Hotline Miami was the most violent game I ever played. It was all melee-focused, it was bloody, but in a very stylized, pixelated, the graphics system. It made it feel less horrible, but it was still pretty horrible. You were still beating guys to death with bats and pipes and occasionally shooting them and stuff like that. This game, in some weird way, feels so much worse in the violence category. If violence puts you off in a game, steer clear of this, and you probably stopped watching this video already, so this is a moot point. But if in any way you've ever found that there can be too much violence in a video game, steer clear of this one. It's something about it makes it feel like this is the most violent game I've ever played. I'm talking like compared to games like Manhunt and stuff like that are genuinely more violent video games, but didn't have the just kind of rawness of this one in some weird way. I don't know. It's the most violent video game I've played in a long time, and I stand by possibly ever. Like, something about it just makes it gut-wrench at some really uncomfortable level in a really good way. And that all being said, none of that matters. The gameplay is still super tight, the visuals are still great, the soundtrack is still amazing, there's more of a story this time around, there appears to be multiple characters, like, there's some weird stuff going on, and I want to play more of it just to find out what the hell's going on, and it's harder. If you thought Hotline Miami was too hard, this one's harder, right? This one is much, much harder, because the first one you could there was a nice pacing to it. This one forces you to change up that pacing almost constantly and really find ways to make the game work for you. Like, you heard me I cheesed out that last mission I did. That is the only way, based on my Twitch level and my ability to play this game, I could figure out how to do this one. It was absolutely laming it out. But in the same way that games like Dark Souls are all about, in some ways, finding a way to lame it out, if that style of gameplay appeals and you never played Hotline Miami, go buy that one because it's amazing, and then pick up this one as well, because everything about this is the sequel to Hotline Miami we all didn't know we wanted, aside from wanting a sequel to Hotline Miami. Like, maybe I'd recommend going back and playing Hotline Miami 1 as a warm-up for this. This one is so hard. Like, something about there's gun focusing, there's an auto-aim that can kind of fuck with you every once in a while. It's everything I loved about Hotline Miami is back in a harder, more brutal package. That's a great thing. Like I said, everything is there, like the soundtrack, the visuals, there's more of a story. I don't know how to talk about this game really, because it's just Hotline Miami 2. Like, it's this weird masher you watch the videos, you kind of have an idea what the game is like. If you can find a way to play it for free and you're not sure, give it a shot. Like, it's oddly addictive to be horrible to these digital characters, and horrible you will be, and you start finding new and worse ways to be horrible, which is part of the just kind of magic of this game. It appeals to that horrible sociopathic serial killer instinct everyone has to varying degrees, and just brings it to the surface for playtime with this game. And before I got into high horse, do I think this game glorifies violence? No, because it's a horrible, horrible violence, and you die super easily. That being said, if you got a family, don't play this game around small kids, don't play it around your parents unless they're super cool with, like, binge-watching Kill Bill and other related movies. Like, I'll say it again. This game is almost horrifyingly violent in the best way possible. And if that's your thing, you've probably already picked this up by now, but if you're on the fence, go and get it. And with that being said, this guy is super mussed up. Hey, it's Chickenhead. and tying it back into the first one.